Imagine, with a clever stitch and a few simple flicks of your knitting needle, creating some of the most stunning knitting projects of your life. Welcome to Brioche Knitting, Part 2. Brioche is one of the most beautiful and magical of all knitting techniques. It produces a stretchy and squishy reversible fabric. It's a wonderful way to use hand-dyed yarn. It produces gorgeous, plump shawls and scarves, hats, cowls, and lots of other amazing projects. So today I'm going to be showing you how to knit two-color brioche, both right and left-handed. And if you haven't seen our video on how to knit single-color brioche, both flat in and round, you can check out our video on that. Oh, and by the way, for even more help and fun with this pattern, join our brioche along that we have coming up. It's going to be a blast. You can ask all the questions that you have and even win prizes. So I hope to see you there. All the details will be in the description box for you. To get started, download this Josephine pattern by Jane Vancellis at expressionfiberarts.com. While you're there, sign up for email updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. If you would love to grab some yarn to make this project, we used our Pearlescent Worsted yarn and our Enduring Worsted yarn. Pearlescent Worsted is a gorgeous, draping, shimmering single ply, and the Enduring Worsted is a long wearing and soft yarn. Let's go ahead and start with some setup rows. So I've cast on 9 stitches to do a small swatch today, and we're going to work setup row 1. So we're going to start with a purl and then repeat across, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, and purl. So now we're going to do setup row 2A, and we're continuing on with our dark color. So we're going to start by knitting one through the back loop, just to create a nice little selvage stitch on the edge. And you're going to bring your yarn to the front of your work between your needles, slip one with your needle points together, and as you go to knit the next stitch, that is going to cross over what you want. So go ahead and knit that next stitch, and we're going to repeat that. Bring your yarn to the front, slip the next stitch while creating a yarn over, and then knit the next stitch. Yarn to the front, slip the next stitch, create a yarn over at the same time, knit the next stitch, and again, slip with a yarn over, boop, and knit. Now we're not going to turn, we're going to actually slide our work to the opposite end of our needle, pick up our light color, and work that row again. Now for our setup row 2B using our light color. So you're going to start by slipping one with your yarn in front, and we're going to work a brioche purl. So this next little stitch, which is actually 2 stitches, they're sort of crossed over each other, you're going to purl that. So purl both of those little strands together. Now we're going to do a slip one yarn over. So slip the next one, creating a yarn over as you do so. Now go ahead and bring the yarn to the front, and we're going to work a brioche purl again, and you'll continue repeating this across. So purl those crossed stitches, and that's a brioche purl. Slip the next stitch, creating a yarn over as you do so. Go ahead and swing that yarn back to the front and do it again. Brioche purl, slip with the yarn over, bring the yarn to the front, brioche purl. You're going to leave your light color in front, and you're going to slip one. Now I'm going to work 3 rows of brioche left-handed. Now that we have both of our strands on the same side, we're going to go ahead and turn, and we're going to start with row 1, light side, which you'll see what that means in a minute, with our dark color. So go ahead and grab your dark color, and we're going to start with a purl 1, just for a nice little edge stitch. And you're going to do our slip one with the yarn over. So slip that next stitch, creating a yarn over as you do. Go ahead and swing the yarn around to the front and brioche purl those next little cross stitches. So purl those. Again, slip one, creating a yarn over as you do. Swing the yarn around to the front and brioche purl. Slip one and create a yarn over. Boop, swing it around to the front. Purl those cross stitches. And when you repeat that all the way across your row and you get to the end, slip one, create a yarn over, bring the yarn to the front, and purl that final stitch. Now you're going to drop your dark color, but you're not going to turn. We're going to slide our work back to the opposite end of the needle and continue with our light color. Now for row 1, light side with our light color. We're going to start by slipping that first stitch with the yarn in back and do a brioche knit. So just knit those little crossed stitches together. Bring the yarn to the front, slip that next stitch and create a yarn over. Brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip and create a yarn over. Brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip it and create a yarn over. Brioche knit, then go ahead and drop your light color in the back and you're going to slip one. Now that both of our strands are on the same side, we're good to turn. And now we're going to work row 2, which is the dark side, and you can start to see these dark stitches are popping on this side with our dark color. So you're going to start by knitting one through the back loop, yarn to the front, slip one with a yarn over, brioche knit, and repeat that across. Yarn to the front, slip one, create a yarn over, brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip and create a yarn over, brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip, create a yarn over, and go ahead and just knit that final stitch. Now we are going to drop our dark color, but don't turn. You're going to just slide your work back to the opposite end, and we're going to work this row again with our light color. Okay, now we're going to work row 2. We're still on the dark side, but we're using our light color. So go ahead and slip one with the yarn in front. So bring your yarn to the front, slip that first stitch. Now you're going to work a brioche purl. So purl those little cross stitches together. Slip one with the yarn over. Bring the yarn back around to the front and brioche purl. Slip one with the yarn over, yarn back to the front, brioche purl. Slip one with the yarn over, yarn back to the front, brioche purl. Now you're going to leave your light color in front and you're going to slip one. Now we're good to go to turn our work to the light side. Now we're working row 3, light side with our dark color. So we're going to start with a purl 1. Then you're going to bring the yarn to the front, slip one with a yarn over, yarn back to the front, brioche purl. Yarn to the front, slip one with a yarn over, yarn back to the front, brioche purl. Slip one with a yarn over, brioche purl, slip one with a yarn over, and finish off with a purl. Now go ahead and drop your dark color, but don't turn. We're going to slide back and work this same row with our light color. Now for row 3, light side with our light color, we're going to slip one with the yarn in back, work a brioche knit, slip one with a yarn over, brioche knit, slip one with a yarn over, brioche knit, repeat that all the way across, slip one with a yarn over, brioche knit, drop your light color in back, and then slip one. So here's what we have so far. You can see this is the light side where the little light ribs pop out, and then on the back we've got the dark ribs popping out. Now let me show you a couple rows right-handed. Now I'm going to switch to right-handed, so I'm going to work row 2. We're on the dark side with our dark color. So we're going to start by knitting one through the back loop. Now you're going to bring your yarn to the front. You're going to slip one and create a yarn over, so slip that next stitch. And then when you go to work your brioche knit, you're going to automatically create that little yarn over. So brioche knit the next one. Yarn to the front, slip. As you go to brioche knit, you're automatically going to cross over, creating that yarn over. Yarn to the front, slip, cross over, brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip, and then knit that final stitch. And as you do, again, you're crossing over, creating those little cross stitches. And go ahead and slide back, and let's work that same row with the light color. Now we're on row 2, dark side still with our light color. So we're going to start by slipping one with the yarn in front and then working a brioche purl. So purl those cross stitches together. Then with your yarn still in the front, you're going to slip that next stitch. Go ahead and wrap it all the way around and bring it back to the front. And then brioche purl. Slip the next stitch. Go ahead and wrap it all the way around to create that cross stitch, and then brioche purl. Slip, wrap it all the way around, brioche purl. Then you're going to leave your light color in front and finish with a slip one. Now for row 3, we're on the light side with our dark color. Start with a purl 1. Then with our yarn still in the front, you're going to slip 1, wrap your yarn all the way around, and brioche purl. Again, slip 1, wrap your yarn all the way around to create that crossed stitch, and brioche purl. Slip. Remember to wrap it around, it's easy to forget that. Brioche purl, continue repeating that all the way across your row. Slip, wrap it around, and just finish with a purl 1. So I've slid my work back to this side of the needle so I can work row 3 on the light side with the light color. So I'm going to start by slipping 1 with the yarn in back, and then work a brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip 1, brioche knit, yarn to the front, slip 1, brioche knit, and remember you're creating your little crossed stitches when you work your next stitch. Yarn to the front, slip 1, brioche knit, then you can just drop your light color in back and you're going to finish with a slip 1. So you can see on this side the light color really shows nicely, and when you reverse it, you've got the dark color popping on the back side. And 2-color brioche is as easy as that, so just give it a little practice and you'll be a pro in no time. And I hope to see your version in our brioche along coming up. I would love to have you there. And stay tuned for part 3 where we're going to be learning even more about brioche. Enjoy your week and I will see you next week with another new pattern. Mwah.